Hey guys, welcome in garden friends, YouTube friends and fam. It is Tuesday morning, about I think 8:15 or so, June 29th. Just a reminder, I garden in a zone 4 in northern Wisconsin, between a half mile and a quarter mile from Lake Superior. I wanted to just take a few minutes quick here and show you what I'm doing for my more irreplaceable plants with the extreme weather change we're going to have today. So yesterday we were supposed to be in the mid to upper 90s, but we did not get over 68 degrees. We had thunderstorms all day and some hail, lots of thunder, lots of lightning, very nice storms, plenty of water for the garden coming into what is now going to be breezy 15 mile an hour with 20 mile an hour gusts, hot and sunny weather for the rest of the week. So I have some plants that I care quite a bit about, that I have spent quite a bit of money on, and that cannot be, replaced, at least this year. So those are my tomatoes, my zinnias, and my dahlias. The dahlias, of course, cost the most. But I just wanted to show you guys what I have set up. So I'm not as concerned about the stress that the heat is going to put on the plants. Like, yeah, they're going to lay down, they're going to be tired, but it's only going to be a few days. They should bounce back from that. A lot of them are in the ground. The dahlias are in grow pots, but they are fabric grow pots, so there should be good air circulation. Their roots shouldn't fry up too much with the heat. But what I am concerned with is sun scorch. So I talked about this in my Sunday walk around. We have had a really cool spring. Even for us here in northern Wisconsin, we have a cool spring compared to most of the country on a good year. This year we were cooler than average, and we didn't really see even 70 very many days in June. So my plants are not used to the sun. We get cloudy, we've been overcast, that's what's been keeping it cool, and my plants are not used to the sun. So when it's 94 degrees out here, come noontime, and possibly hotter in the afternoon, with the sun beating down on these plants, it's gonna kill them. It's gonna cause irreparable damage, right? Some things that I cannot fix, leaves that are not going to continue to grow back, plants will die. And I have something like 20 some odd varieties of tomatoes in here that I started from seed, 20 some odd varieties of dahlias in here that I paid good money for, and zinnias that I started from seed. Now I could possibly reseed the zinnias and get zinnias, but I have a very short growing season. So here we are in July. My first frost could come September 15th. So I have to think about that. So here's what I'm doing. Okay, let me, oh, this thing is stuck to, oh, you guys, it is 100% humidity out here. I think the dew point last time I checked was like 68. It is muggy at 8:15 in the morning. I think it's only about 70 degrees, but it feels like pea soup out here, you guys. So please excuse my sweat. And I just finished kind of getting things moved around and put in protective areas. So let's take a look. So what my biggest effort is here is this shade cloth. This is a 50% shade cloth. I got it off of Amazon. I will show you the name and things like that, but it's just a random company. I got it as far as I could out using structures that I already have in place in my garden. I used a combination of this Velcro brand, Velcro sort of tape that I use for taping up my plants, and hemp rope here. This is a 3-ply hemp that I also use for tying up plants. I've got it to my trellises, I've got it to my T-posts, I've got it to this lilac over here, and this is the main space that has the plants that, like I said, I mean, you can't even go to Walmart right now and get another tomato plant, never mind the fact that these varieties that I'm growing are not types you can get at Walmart. They are things I, again, started from seed. They cannot be replaced. They cannot be reseeded at this time of year. I simply won't get any tomatoes. So there are a few that are sort of exposed at the ends here where you can see that this fabric just isn't coming out far enough, but I have my volunteer sunflowers growing in here, some green stalks on the corner. Those should throw a decent amount of shade. These plants may, at the ends here, may suffer some sun scald. All of my dahlias, I've moved into the middle of this structure with the shade cloth under here. It's good. It's a good, strong shade cloth. And I'm not going to leave it on for much more than, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 days here, because the plants will start to acclimate, right? If we hit 90 degrees again in a few weeks and it's sunny and whatever, I'm not going to be as concerned about my plants because they're going to have time to acclimate. But we are talking about going from 68 degrees and overcast for the past, I want to say at least 15 days, and cooler before that, to 94 degrees, breezy and hot sun. So I had to do something in here. Especially the dahlias, man. I've got so much money in these dahlias. You all know, if you grow dahlias, they cost. It's more expensive than buying an annual plant from the greenhouse. I do put the effort in to overwinter my dahlia tubers, so hopefully the initial money spent is just an investment, but I am not prepared to lose my garden. I'm just not. Now, the rest of the kitchen garden I'm less concerned with. These are plants that may take some sun scald, but will continue to grow. Like the leeks will throw new leaves out throughout the rest of the summer. So if some of these leaves burn up, it's not that big of a deal. It's not going to kill the plant, and there will be new growth. Same with like the basils and the squash. These sunflowers should be absolutely fine, even if some of their leaves take a hit. You know, rosemary, no issue. The cauliflower, that's a different story. These may bolt, and I'm just starting to see that they're trying to head up, which makes me sad. For as cool of a spring as we've had, these cauliflower have been slow as molasses. I mean, they look beautiful, they're healthy and everything like that, but no real heads on them. Maybe that'll be a saving grace with this heat, though. And they won't bolt because there isn't any flower structure to bolt at this point. But I have too many cauliflowers spread out all over the place in here to really protect them at this point. Hopefully these ones that are on the back side, on the east side of the garden, will do all right. I do have summer squash in here. Again, I've got a lot of sunflowers as well that should give a good amount of shade to these areas, plus the bigger leaves on the squash. If these leaves get burnt and die back, that's fine. Squash throws new leaves all summer long, right? I mean, everybody knows if you've grown a squash that it's a beast. I mean, look at this. Look at this squash. This one is the one that I actually call the beast. This is a crookneck yellow summer squash, and I mean, you basically have to herbicide that thing to kill it. It will fight for its life all summer long. I do have a zucchini in here, which I'm guessing after the rain we had and a little bit of heat today, I could probably be able to pick that tomorrow. The cucumbers, I would really like to be able to protect the cucumbers a little bit more, but I mean, these ones again on the east side will probably have decent afternoon sun protection, but over on the west side, and it's a crapshoot. I do have new ones seeded in there. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so let me all what I've been using here. We'll just do it right here on the ground for this, just in case you guys are interested in that. All right. The shade cloth, I got this off of Amazon. These are 8x10. I connected them together. They have grommets and a nice border to keep things strong and from tearing. They seem like decent shade cloth. I probably will only get 1 to 2 uses out of them ever. So I'm not concerned necessarily with high quality. This is the Velcro brand garden tape that I use. I also get this off of Amazon. It's really nice. It's soft. It has a little bit of give, but it's strong. Strong Velcro, and you just take it off and wrap it around, sticks to it's Velcro, so that's how that works. And I find it to be gentler and more useful in my garden than string or like that bread tie type stuff. This is the best stuff. And then, I mean, you can get plastic clips, but those are a pain in the butt. And this can actually go through my winter and be reusable again next year. So if I leave some out on my panels or something like that, it'll still be usable again next year, unlike plastic clips, which will not be able to survive my winter because it gets too cold. They will crack. And then last but not least is the hemp, the jute twine. This I just grabbed off of Amazon too. This stuff is so cheap. I have tons of it in different strengths and, you know, widths and all of that stuff. So this stuff is great. It's invaluable in the garden. I use it for a lot of things, but I do try to use this on sturdier plants like sunflowers and things like that, because the twine can cut into your tomato plants, which are a little bit more delicate. So there it is. That's everything I used to put this structure up, aside from the things that obviously that I already had in my garden. So T-post, the trellises. I got these off of Amazon too, but it was a few years ago, so I don't know what brand this is anymore, but it's like a PVC trellis. It's nice. It's gone through several winters and I'm very happy with it. And then also the little lilac bush over there has been proving itself helpful today. The only thing I would say is that this didn't have a lot of grommets. So when I was putting the two together, there were some pretty big gaps. I did come through with some twine and just kind of sew that together, like sutured it up with a little crochet finishing needle, little plastic crochet finishing needle right there, and kind of sutured that up a little bit so that I don't have big gaps where my dahlias are. All right. Whew, my goodness gracious. All right, so that is the gist of that. I'm going to go inside and sit in the air conditioning all day with the dogs. I may come out just to check on things, but I have to tell you, I don't know, that might not be good for my psyche. So I may just try to put my faith in what I have here and hope for the best, as a lot of us gardeners do. I mean, you can only do so much. But anyways, I hope that you all are surviving the heat and that you are enjoying your gardens and that you have a wonderful week. Bye.